No, this one's about feel. 46. There we go. Give me a 46. Ooh. 47, you threw too hard, bro. Don't throw that hard. Come on, man.
Ooh. Okay.
That's why I use the med ball goat right there. Damn, am I really saying this while it's being recorded? Am I really saying you're the goat at med balls right now?
Sure, it's a fact.
Holy shit.
Welcome to the grind.
Oh, where's my timer at? Two minutes on these bad boys. 2 minutes. Give your body time to actually sit into it, relax, get a good stretch, and then get to the point where your body's not fighting you anymore and just kind of relaxes and sits into it on its own. 2 minutes is a good amount of time for that. The ultimate hater right there, Keagan Gillies, the ultimate Eric Orze hater.
We'll put him on the street. He's got nowhere to stay.
She's gonna kick you out instead of me.
Okay. All right, animal shelter. All right, sounds good. All right, bro. She said she's more than happy to put you up in an.
I know her better than that. She would never do that. She's an angel. If anything, she's kicking you out and taking me in.
I don't care anymore.
Got hamstring, so letting the band pull my hip back, letting the hamstring engage, and then trying to stretch down over both hands towards the toe.
%90 of my vocabulary in Spanish is curse words. And that's just because that's all they say when we're up there. Mambo.
Getting in the hip now, hip extension. So trying to feel that hip flexor loosen up. Should feel a little bit in the quad too. So the goal here is kind of keeping core tight. Feeling that hip extension, which is really important when you're getting that drive off the back leg. Hip extension allows your upper body to lay back behind it, allows you to create more hip and shoulder separation, which is one of the main factors in velocity and throwing healthy. So this is a really good stretch for that. When you get really good and loose here, another good thing to do is try and pull this back foot up to your butt, really gets into the quad. And then when you sit here, you're just trying to squeeze the glute forward and then stand tall with good posture. Really fires quad and hip flexor. So really good for hip extension here. This one's difficult. This one's hard to hold for 2 minutes. So I start shaking after doing this for about 45 seconds. These hips loosen up, ankles loosen up. And you get into some med ball throws. Starting with some overhead linears. Nice and easy. Just trying to feel the drive leg. Feel the counter movement of the lower half and the upper body. Get the legs moving. And feeling the core activate as a result. Feel your body moving and using it as a warm-up. Like, yes, you want to sling these when you can. But the goal when you're first starting really is just to feel your body, more body awareness. Get yourself primed for the day. Feel like you're moving the way you should. That was definitely the best one I had of the day so far. Better upper body posture, better leg drive. Definitely separated better because of those things. I'm now just trying to replicate that feeling and maybe put a little bit more intent into it. Wasn't as good for sure, definitely a little rotational on that one. It's okay though. That's why we're doing it this way. Using it as a warm-up, more as an assessment tool to gain body awareness, so that when we do pick up a baseball, we know that we're moving the way we need to be moving. That was much better. Yep, that was much better. See, it's hard to give him the credit when he does that, because then I'm like, you know what, no, you're not the GOAT, I'm the GOAT. But you're not.
Yeah, I mean, he is technically probably averaging the highest.
What I'm saying is it's relative at that point. I mean, if you're 6'8", 250, compared to a guy 6'3", 195.
So you're not giving credit where credit's due.
I am. I'm just saying. I'm saying it could be relative.
What he's getting,
I'm not.
He just has a better body.
DeGrom's the GOAT. I don't have.
He has a bigger body than you.
Yeah.
So he's not as good as you then.
I don't understand. I'm confused.
That's what you're saying. That's what you're saying.
He's got a bigger body, so
You're
I'm
saying
therefore.
because I have a bigger body, now we're equal because you're smaller. So then you and DeGrom would be
I'm
kind of
saying, I'm not comparing that at all. I'm saying you're 6'8" and I'm 6'3". That's a big gap. The fact that you throw these 1 mile an hour harder, if you got that big a size advantage, you should be dominating me, and you're not.
Actually,
You should be dominating
the
me.
fact that I'm
He should be
bigger,
dominating
I'm moving,
me, and
I'm
he's
moving,
not.
I'm moving the same speed as you.
You should.
I'm
okay.
moving the same weight as
No,
you.
you're not.
maybe
You're not
a little
moving the
more.
same speed. What's your 10 yard?
143.
Okay. What's mine?
136.
Yeah, exactly.
So
137. 137.
137. So you're 0.6 away off, and I am 4 inches taller than you, and I'm still moving at basically the same speed as you.
Nah, not the same speed. A 10 yard? That's a lot of time in a 10 yard.
I bet you I can-
0.06 is a lot of time in a 10 yard.
What was your total body strength?
Yeah, what was your total body
Actually, I have no idea.
strength?
What's your power clean?
That's classified information.
Yeah.
That's classified.
The biggest measurement we got here. What is it?
Total body strength.
The
What
biggest
you got? What you
measurement-
got total
the
body
biggest
strength?
measurement.
Nah, let me flex real
Velocity?
quick.
Velocity?
Who broke the platform? 1100. 1100 total body strength. You got 1100?
What?
You got 1100 in
I
you?
got 1200.
No, you don't. Set the thing up. There's the sled. Let's go get it. I want to see 1200 pulled on that thing right now.
My legs are all shot.
Ah, there it goes. There it goes. There it is.
All right.
So what's your total? What do you think?
It's good. I think they're both pretty neck and neck. I mean, they go back and forth. Like Eric was drafted in the 5th round. He didn't get drafted that year. He almost, you didn't want to talk to him after that. Then he gets drafted next year, but didn't get the 5th round. But then now Orze's gone up high A to triple A. Now he's going into his first season. Now he's got pressure. So it's cool seeing the competition because they do it in here and they're doing it on the field and it's working. They just got to keep it up. It's Arnold. It's Arnold Schwarzenegger. Come on.
He's gonna sue you.
He's gonna sue me. Do it. Come on. Nice.
Not always recommended to get off the mound right away with these. Part of the reason why doing med balls on flat ground is good is it forces you to use leg power, or it exposes if you're not using your legs, so it's gonna help build leg power off the mound. You can kind of use the slope to gain some momentum, gain some extra leg power to drive down the mound. So these throws off the mound should have more velo than on flat ground. But yeah, let's get to it.
Throws off the mound. If it's not all white, it's a -2. Doesn't hit the target. It doesn't count. Here we go. Oops. We already got Keagan leading.
No good there.
David Arkin slider.
That was a banging slider. If we were playing cricket, that would have been money. Love that.
Forward. Starts nice. Look, he's smart. He just comes in nice and easy.
I like the warm up. I like the. Felt good. It's all right.
Getting that hip longer.
Nice, nice. Slider again.
Tied 45. Going to the final round here. A lot of focus. This will tie it up.
I agree.
We'll do a tiebreaker with an athletic assessment. You get to pick 10-yard sprint, vertical jump.
Straight up vertical jump.
Oh, just overall height, not even measuring the vertical.
Just straight up. How high can you
All right, I'll still beat you.
You got some fucking nerve.
Don't spike it. Oh no.
Spike to 50. All right, 45. You got to beat a 45. Take it right here.
For real.
Tiebreaker.
I know. I don't even care. I don't even care about the pad. I'm literally just trying to feel what I'm trying to feel.
One more throw for the tiebreaker. Come on.
I mean, I'm hitting 50 on this next throw. It might be 10 feet, but I'm hitting 50.
Come on, bro. Gotta win the competition here.
What you got? Arm side.
44.
That's what she said. I couldn't resist. I had to. Yeah, I'm about to throw one more off the pad. I'm gonna throw one more.
Continue to hold the trophy as it goes. Woo! Not all in there. -2 for 45. Maybe 45. That was pretty much all the way.
It's whoever's gonna hit the white first.
Oh, 46. 46.
got it.
Reigning champion, the GOAT, Keagan Gillies.
For all the haters that are talking about us not wearing shirts, that's why. It's literally a oven in this building during summer. Impossible to breathe. Some elevated internal, external. It feels great for the shoulder. A little weak on this one. Some more internal, external. I'm actually gonna do it. Grab the band here. A little bit more feel. Yep, there it is. A couple pull downs. We're golden, Pony Boy. You good? Let's get it. The all whites with the blue laces. Watch out. Hey, hey, hey. Gotta clean them a little bit. They're getting a little dirty, but that's what happens when you get that work in. Gonna get a little messy. This guy. Dude's a goof. Up. Crazy. Crazy how the zone shifts. Right. I don't know. I think you're.
You actually the wars in anything. The wars of fire, the wars from the Gringo, the wars. What the fuck is wrong with you? What the heck is that? Yeah, the wars.
He's got fluctuating zones based on who's throwing. Everything you've thrown has been a strike. Everything I've thrown has been a ball. It's weird how that works. Eh.
It was kind of more like, you know, he sweet talked me into that. He totally sweet talked me.
No. It was the frame job. You did a good job receiving that one.
You know when he gets to the big leagues, he's gonna start building relationships with the umpires and like smooth talking.
Nah.
Brent's the guy who slides $20 after a high school game.
Yeah, when Brent's umpiring, you walk up with the lineup card and $20.
He's like, all right, I got it.
No, we do not do anything illegal here at Top V in terms of bribing people. That was nice. I appreciate you for that. So anyways, right now throwing, doing a crossover, so having my drive hip in front to start, feeling that hip extension, letting the upper body lay back behind it, letting the arm be loose, and just letting the arm turn over based on the core snapping after the hip is through. And just following through with the weight forward. So really the main focus on these, again, lower half. Letting the arm do what it does. Just being a reaction of what the lower half does. So a lot of these throws right now too, the same way as we were warming up with the med balls, where the first couple are more just feels. That's really what we're duplicate right now as well. Getting into these separation throws where our feet and hips are facing forward and we're closing off against it. It's the same thing as if we were throwing the med balls. focusing more on the feel rather than throwing it hard. The majority of this movement and power should come from the lower half. So really the main focus is the same as the 2-pound med balls do a good job of kind of turning your arms off because there's a lot of weight. 5 ounces, you can kind of turn your arm on a little bit easier. It's easier to cheat because it's lighter. But when you're doing these throws with a baseball, you're trying to mimic those med ball throws because it forces you to use your legs. It forces you to turn your arms off, let them be reactionary of what the lower half does. It should be a more fluid, easy, efficient movement with less stress on your arm. And you should be able to actually throw harder if you do this right.
Yeah, so his challenge is he's a little tight in his hip, and if he doesn't get his hip all the way through as he cocks back, then what happens is if the hip only goes this far, the trunk typically goes a little bit farther than that.
Which is
so it only comes to here.
My med balls.
Right,
Spiking my med balls is that.
Right. So then he has to over rotate, and what happens is the elbow keeps going forward and he releases like this. The problem is the longer you expose that elbow, the longer you hold that under tension in supination, which is where the gap is the biggest in the elbow. So he needs to continue the hip through so the trunk continues through, so the arm wants to turn over and not continue to push. That was way better. And two, we also think shin down, you know.
So pretty much what I'm doing is a lot of the positions that I'm setting up in and throwing from, it's presetting my body in spots where I wanna get to, and then just trying to build some muscle memory in that movement. And then from that point forward, all I really think about, I don't think anything hip up, everything is hip down. So once I'm getting in these positions, I wanna feel that drive down here. That's what I'm lacking the most right now is getting off my big toe and keeping shin down. Right now I'm getting kind of lazy and not fully extending the ankles, so that's forcing me to go more up. So my biggest cue right now while I'm playing catch for today is definitely focusing on making sure I drive that shin down and getting that full extension with the ankle, because here I'm feeling a lot more tension like I should. Everything else on top of that, I mean, I've done years and years of focusing on the hip. I'm probably on year 3 of the hip being pretty much my biggest focus every day, and it's getting a lot more fluid. But I didn't gain feeling in my hip where it's more second nature until I've done this for 3 years. So for right now, I'm definitely a lot more focused on being fluid, feeling more, focusing on the ankle, and then trusting that everything else is moving the way that it should. Which, if you think about it, if I've been training something for 3 years, it should move the way it should based on habit. Because 3 years of doing something over and over, you shouldn't have to think about doing it much. So trusting that the rest of the body's gonna do what it needs to, and then just focusing on the little weaknesses here and there, and fixing those as quickly as we can so they're no longer an issue. Like facing it like this way is probably, the ground's gonna be more even, I feel like.
Think about, since you're not going heavy, and then do a warm up, and then think of bar speed. Focus on bar speed.
Let me do one warm up real quick.
Look at being down there too.
Yeah, I am.
Keep your butt in. Keep your technique. Put your technique in. There you go. Go bar speed. Top this one hard. Go. Slow. Good. How about go high pull? See how high you can drive the bar and just a little bit. See how high you can jump.
Hit my damn face.
See how high you can go. Good. Good. Do it again. Keep your butt down. See how high you can get that bar. Come on. You let me butt down. Keep your butt down. Start off slow, build up better. Yeah, there you go. Try throw. No, you mean throw the barbell at me.
Not gonna lie, that felt really easy.
Dude, that freaking looks money, dude.
Oh my God.
Just all the feels from mobility, med ball drills, catch play. Now just trying to get a couple reps off the mound, feel the slope, and hit all those same mechanical cues that we were working on earlier, trying to reinforce good habits, and just finishing with some reps on the mound. So regardless of pitch, going through the same mechanical cues. Now we're just adding slope of the mound and throwing different pitches. Okay, Mr. Catcher. Nice with it. We got a 6'8" giant behind the plate. Split. It's almost easier if you get underneath it. The higher you are, it looks more like this. When you're underneath it, it's just like, oh, it's coming right to me. Yeah. I won't do that. Heater. That plays. Trying to get to a location too as well, doing all this. And a lot of that is, a lot of location is just coming from the back hip drive. So it's where when we talk about like focusing on the hip and having a better drive leg and that's increasing velo, yes, but it actually should help command as well. Because the better you drive this, the more power you drive through this, the rest of your body's gonna follow it. So if you're driving your hip right to where the location you want to throw the ball to, and you're doing it efficiently and powerfully and explosively, the location should actually, it should be more consistently in the zone and your misses should actually be smaller. So that's another big part of all this. Now I'm getting off the mound, I'm trying to be a little bit more picky with location, being arm side, glove side, being up, down. Slider. So every slider I'm trying to throw is trying to be low and glove side. So away to a right-handed hitter and down. Like that. Pretty good? Like more of this? Little, I know, but I'm saying more of like, okay. No, that's fine. Yeah, I'm throwing low glove side. So there's my miss up. All that tells me, honestly, between feels and seeing feedback on location, tells me I wasn't getting it, I didn't extend the trunk as well. I was kind of behind, never got through. Huh? Right, so the fact that my trunk isn't getting through, it's probably a sign that I didn't drive my hip the way that I needed to drive. If I drove my hip, my trunk would have followed better. So lacking some leg power in that one, miss up in location. Just gotta hope and pray that somebody doesn't hit that a mile. Hanging slider. Slider. Much better on that one. Way more extension. Better leg drive, better trunk extension. Better feel on top of the ball out in front. Right to the location I want it to be in. Weird how that works. Split. Slider. Okay. Slider it is. Like that, baby. Ooh. Trying to get this off the mic. Jesus. So the more consistent I am mechanically and leg drive, the easier it's going to be for me to get to the location I want with my pitch. Split. Splits, pretty much trying to throw every single one of them low and arm side, so away to a lefty and down. Like that. Little off the plate, but that's no big deal. Not trying to be too perfect, more just chasing feels, getting to the right side of the plate, and not missing middle. Split slider heater. Split. Same thing, low and arm side. There it is. Huh? Thank you. Love the late movement. Those are the swings and misses. Back to slider, low glove side. Glove side. There it is. So we go good split on arm side. We go good slider, glove side. Just opening up the zone. And then going heater up. Pretty much catcher's face mask. Right at his face. Perfect. Good way to end that thing right there. Appreciate you, dog. You look good back there.